Oh, wow. Okay. I used to work for Northern Stamping, and their
Hmm.
plant floor is right there in Elmwood. And you guys have probably been had headaches with all the trucks sitting out on the streets
Yeah,
and all the commotion near Spring Cove.
yeah. That's a
Yeah.
that's great. Did you look us up as well?
Yeah.
Just to see if that's
Mhm.
what, yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't think
Yeah.
that's too bad of a drive for you in the winter and
No,
stuff?
actually, I wanted to stay at that plant because it was closer and such an easy commute
Hmm.
compared to going all the way into Cuyahoga Heights and
Oh,
at the plant one, because it was, you had to go get on 77, and in the morning that was I used to be
Okay.
shaking every time I got into work because I just hated that
hmm.
whole
Rush of
little
70.
area, East 55th, all that. It was like, I'll do anything.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess because I come around from the south side, so it's pretty
Okay,
easy.
yeah.
Now, will you
Yeah,
take
that's
90
much
or
easier.
480? Do you take 90 or 480?
Well, I was taking 90 because I used to live in Amherst, which
Uh-huh.
was 90, I right on 90. So I would take that way up, but I'm not
I come
far.
into 90. I come
Do you?
wait, where's Oberlin at?
That's why.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
it's west.
kind of
Okay.
right between 480 and 90. I'm
Mhm.
closer to the turnpike, actually. So to me, I would probably just jump on the turnpike and get on 90. And, it's simpler that way than to go
Yeah.
71. And, I
I know
haven't
there's
really
like
ever, I'm sorry.
sorry. I know my son and daughter-in-law worked. They lived in North Olmsted and worked in um, Office 271 in like Oakwood, and
Oh,
they did not like that drive back and forth because it was at
no.
rush hour. But I think your way might, the opposite might be better. I don't know if she's
Yeah.
myself, but
And I'm not,
whatever. You
I'm
manage it.
in Oberlin right now, helping a friend. I'm staying in the home they purchased. He's getting it ready to be a group home for those who can't live on their own and have some disabilities. He's going to start the group home. So I'm actually living here right now and for rent free in exchange for me getting everything ready for him.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
That's what you're doing. That's what was on your resume as the small business owner.
well, that's one of my jobs that I
Oh.
accepted through him. Yeah.
Let me
Cuz
say
he
one more
paid.
thing about this before we go on to that.
Uh-huh.
My sister lives in a group home
Oh,
on
wonderful.
off of Lorraine. We
Oh.
used to call it Tremont House, but yeah. So anyway, so I know what. Okay. So all right, Debbie. So it's a small business owner, JPS. Is that you? That's the business
Yeah.
owner,
Uh-huh.
and people contact you, or you contact them to be a client
Well,
of yours.
it actually never really got any further than just word of mouth because
Hmm.
between my family and friends, I've known people that, well, I've done tax returns for years for family and friends, and
Do they pay
just
you?
yeah.
To make them pay you? Oh, good.
Oh yeah. They know you can't work for free in these days and times. Now I don't charge them like H&R Block, of
Yeah.
course,
Right.
but that was my thing, like, hey, quit spending all that money. I'll do
Hmm.
them for you guys. And I actually trained them how to get on and do their own because it's so simple. You can
Yeah.
do your own,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are just afraid of the computer, period.
And you're
So,
not afraid of the computer?
oh no.
Okay, so let's ask about computer first of all, just because there's a lot of
Sure.
subjects. So you're computer savvy.
Very.
And what accounting software are you familiar with?
Um, the last, well, of course, QuickBooks is what I was using, QuickBooks Online, but I've used Peachtree, Sage, um, as far down as to nothing and just spreadsheets, Excel. So, but Peachtree Manufacturing was something that um, it's pretty much the same as the regular Peachtree
Yeah.
software. But that's
Yeah, they are the
pretty
same.
much.
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable with Peachtree. Sage is a kind of an older, one to me. because I haven't really, I guess I went over to QuickBooks, so never
Yeah,
really dabbled
because
anymore, but Peachtree for
I've
a
been on
year.
Peachtree since like 1994, and
Uh-huh.
then now they're Sage. So
Okay.
I still say Peachtree, but it's really Sage. So Sage QuickBooks,
Right.
the easy
That
one.
was
Yeah.
the weird thing when I was doing accounting.
Hey, what happened?
See and hear me?
Now I
There she
can.
is.
Yeah, you're back. You're back. Thought you just
Okay.
left us.
I'm sorry. There's a recruiter that keeps calling my phone, and I sent him a message and told him I would call him around 2 o'clock, but I guess he has a hot job he wants to get.
Yeah, you won't like that job.
Yeah.
So
No.
with as far as computer now, um, we need to get new computers. And
Oh, okay.
the job that we're talking about is my job, and this is Debbie, the office
I'm
assistant.
part-time. Her assistant. I do payroll, receivables.
Oh,
Carrie
okay.
does everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so because I'm going to retire, I'm planning on staying like a month or something, and
Okay.
I can come back a couple days a week if needed. But I
Right.
also wanted to be able to have time to set up a new computer, but it's going to take, it's not going to be real quick because I have to do everything else. So
Right. Right.
if you would be comfortable with it a little bit, with
Oh,
networking, with computer, we have a computer. Now we have a computer company that will come in and do it, and the hardware.
yeah.
And I used to be so proud of myself to do it all because I love doing it, but I just don't have time. And I'm like, I don't want to learn anything. So,
Hmm.
so that's going to be on the plate is computer
Okay.
stuff. And how about with the website?
Oh,
Mhm.
I've built websites. I went in and, done my own. I made my own website, but the cost of it for me to really have it up and going, I
Yeah,
let the domain name go and, kind of just, I don't need that extra bill at this time.
right. That's
Because,
great because I did make
okay.
ours, but mostly I formatted it. I know mostly I didn't use a format, but I designed it mostly. And
Okay.
it's on GoDaddy
Yeah.
through WordPress. And so that's great because it needs to be updated. I think it looks good, but it needs to be updated. So that's good. And you would like to do that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Good. And so how about the other programs, regular programs, Word, Excel, Outlook?
PowerPoint, all of them.
How about
I've
Publisher?
been using all Microsoft Office Suite since it came out, I think.
Me too. But I'm trying to think.
In the 90s,
What was the first one? It was like
2000.
when it was started talking about the years, like 2006, or I'm trying to think when it was back before that. It was just Microsoft. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
great.
was just real simple. And you didn't have to own a program back then. You didn't have to buy
Yeah,
the
you
Office
didn't, right?
package, nothing.
Yeah. So that's good. And how about Publisher?
Publisher, I've worked with a little
It's
bit, but
kind of like
never really.
Photoshop. It's kind of like
Huh?
Photoshop. It's kind of like Photoshop.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
simple.
And so, um, why do you want to switch jobs, or did you like this job, or okay, it's hard being in business by yourself,
Well, yeah,
probably.
it is. And what I do, I need steady, stable income. My
Yeah.
father is 82, maybe going on 83, somewhere around there. But I'm I'm the youngest of the family, and I was chosen by him
Okay.
to be the head of the executive of our
Hmm.
trust and his power of attorney. And he had some really bad health problems last
Hmm.
year.
Hmm.
So when I was working at Northern Stamping, I kind of accumulated so many hats and part of other people's job because I was very efficient at my job.
Yeah.
So I was able to go around and help other people that needed help, and a lot of people just go to Jody. She can figure it out. And
Bingo.
I I started accumulating way too many responsibilities that were just extremely stressful. And we had a lot of quality issues at the time, and we had many, many people just bailing out on us. So my stress became so, I mean, I was working from home, I was doing this, doing that. Then, it was like, well, we're not going to work from home anymore. And it's like, okay, well, I'm working like 70, 80 hours a week. You think I'm going to be here that long? No way. Like
Good for you.
I feel like I'm making $10 an hour
Yeah,
here because I'm stressed. I don't
yeah,
have quality of life, work life balance, nothing. And so I did that for about a year. But when my dad started getting very ill, and then, going through his things, and he had to get surgery and he had to do this and that, and it was like, I, s- I didn't have to be there all the time, but I still needed to be
yeah.
able to go check on him, talk to doctors sometimes, and, um, so getting through everything with my father and working, it was just, I had to make a decision for myself. Is this career worth it? No, because they're taking advantage of me way too much, And so
That happens to me all the time too, and I like to help them, but you
right.
know, and so right now I'm stressed out because of leaving and worrying about all this. I can't even turn my neck.
Sure.
I'm so stressed out.
I can understand.
But
Yeah.
so are you? So this would be great is when it's full time and you could
Mhm.
probably get overtime if you wanted to. But it's
Okay.
as far as that goes, we're really flexible here. Um, Nobody's looking over your shoulder,
Hmm.
and you make the decisions on a lot of things. And
Hmm.
our owner died recently, and the sales manager is going to be the president. And he's great. He likes to be involved in some things, but
Hmm.
mostly not. He does not
Sure.
care about anything unless it goes wrong. And
Right.
so, but the thing my point is about the hours. So if you're here in this job, if you have to have a doctor's appointment or go see your father for half a day or go out to lunch or come in
Mhm.
late, it's up to you. You're not punching a
Okay.
clock.
Okay.
You're still hourly paid for
Hmm.
sure, but you're not punching a clock. So it's
Okay.
very good. This
Okay.
last week, my kids were playing softball, and so a couple of days I had to leave early. So a couple other days I stayed late. But nobody's
Hmm.
looking over your shoulder though. So I think that'd be great for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you a few more questions. Okay, so
Okay.
are you familiar with doing 401k stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not
Benefit
hard. Yeah,
administration, all that good setup stuff. Yes.
good. And health savings accounts and health insurance.
I didn't really get, well, the health insurance, yes, but we didn't, when I was into setting up the benefits, they didn't really push the HSA back then. But I mean, from what I
Yeah, well,
realized,
I think you
there's
could
only a
definitely
form that they
could
fill
definitely
out and you're inputting
yeah,
their information, maybe. So
yeah. Um,
simple.
so now, as far as financial statements,
Hmm.
you're used to doing those.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what's the two main ones? The two main reports.
Well, your balance sheet and then any type of the financial reporting, everybody kind of called it their own, financial
Yeah, that's the
report.
income statement, but it could be whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then I like to make reports that nobody really looks at them, but
Right.
I do,
Well,
to
for
check
your
some.
own
Hmm.
checks and
Yeah,
balances. Yeah.
yeah, and daily banking and
Hmm.
keeping a cash account and all that stuff.
Reconciling accounts
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay.
Uh, Depreciation, sure you probably know.
Mm.
'Cause so now this job here, we're in a shop and it's
Okay.
dirty.
Hmm.
Um, but
Not
our office
here,
is
but the shop is.
thank you. Our office is clean, kind of clean, but the floors, so you see my shoes right now, they're disgusting. So it's not a place
That's
where you
right.
get dressed up.
Well,
And
I grew up in a shop. My father was a mechanic. So I grew up from a little girl with a rag in my back pocket underneath a car, learning how to change oil, all that. So,
That's the
and
best
he
thing I've ever
also,
heard with a rag in my back pocket. I love that. I love that.
yep.
Okay. So so was that at
No,
oh
this
no.
is my father owned these since I was a little girl. He owned a gas station first.
Oh yeah.
Then he went back to work. Then he opened up a auto repair and a radiator shop. He his niche was repairing radiators,
Okay, yeah.
especially for like school buses and stuff back then. And
Yeah, that's cool. I would think,
yeah,
yeah, you would need, now I think about it, it makes sense to have a specific, yeah.
yeah. So
So let me ask you
he
a couple more. What's that?
oh, I was just saying he eventually sold his business and went back to just
And
being a
now he's
mechanic at
82.
a shop.
Is he in a,
So
can I ask, is he in a nursing home or something, or is he living alone?
no, he's still at home. He's doing
Oh,
pretty well now. He just lost a
good.
little muscle. We moved out of our family home and he had broken his leg. So he was in a wheelchair for 3 months and he just, and he's rebuilt Harley Davidson's vintage, bikes and restored old cars since I was born, and so now he's
Sorry.
kind of like, oh, I really can't do this anymore, and he can't ride anymore. So we did find him like a pretty roadster, like now we can do car shows or something, instead of him
Oh, that's
getting on
nice.
his bike. And, so I'm kind of going through that. Is it the ego thing of the male where they got to let go of what they
100%.
can't do?
Like I'm going through that myself because there's things that I did so easily, so naturally that I'd never thought about them. And
Right.
those things are not coming like they did. And and then thinking about retiring, you know, this is who I am, but I
Yeah.
want to retire too. So are you planning on staying somewhere long? You know, having a
Yes, I would like to. I would like to, stay with the company and just be
this is the kind of
stable.
place you might want to, huh? And what?
But I would really like to be stable and steady and, you know, moving around in jobs. Interviewing and trying to find a position is a full-time job
The
in
work,
itself.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
The
So,
work, yeah. So that's great. So let me, okay, so I'm not even going to ask you how you solve problems. Like, okay, well, let's just ask. Say if you have your bank balance is off
mhm.
and you can't find it, or any kind of problem solving. Like, what would you do if the bank
Kind
was
of
over?
like basically I retrace all my steps, recalculate things, look, look at what doesn't look right from the and just kind of go back and
I used
do
to
a
be great at that.
comparison.
Just look at someone like, oh, that's it. But not now. I'm like half hour later. Oh, why didn't I see that? But
Right.
so that's great. So and then it's also boring sort of to be back here because she's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday part time.
Not boring in that you don't have anything to do,
Yeah, always,
but in the fact that we're not a big
always.
office with a
Oh,
lot of
like it,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm here Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Friday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'd be here on your own. People might peek in here and there to ask you a question.
Yeah.
But it's not, where there's a lot of coming and going. So if
Right.
you're looking for more of a social team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's not us. But if you're
Um,
comfortable being on your own and you're better off and it's like, don't bother me, let me get my work done, and
yes.
then this would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're small. We have like 12 people at the
Uh-huh.
most. And the guys are all been here. Everybody's long term here pretty much.
Okay,
But
great.
we're like any family,
Yeah.
We love each other, but we also can bicker.
Hmm.
Not much,
But
not
there's
really.
not a lot of drama. So
No.
yeah, that's the nice thing.
Okay.
All right. So now, how much do you work with an accountant or anybody or anything?
Well, I don't really work with an accountant at all.
Do you
I
file
mean,
the
of
11
course at
20?
Northern Stamping, but myself on my own business, I don't.
Okay.
Now I used to work for small companies and do the office where I wore many hats. I would get all everything ready for the accountant year end. I would do the month end, make sure everything's good, and then your year end, you're getting everything prepared for the accountant so they can take over all that
Oh, man.
good stuff.
That's kind of
That's
what
what I
she
do.
was
I talk to
after.
the accountant once a year.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I-
probably 4 times a year because he's like, "Do you have that? Do you have that?"
yeah.
I found this
They
extension. Okay, here it
that's
is.
good. He
And
checks out.
I just email, you know, the reports to him, and he
Hmm.
makes it up. Because
Yep.
I don't even want to learn how to really do the 1120, but I could easily, but I just don't
Right.
want to. And so that's it. So that's exactly what I do. Do
Hmm.
all of it until just here's my, journal ledger and balance sheet and income statement. And
Right.
what he wants to do is seem like he's useful, so he'll like accrue the his fee, right? So he'll say, here's an entry, and he'll send it back, debit credit. Now I want you to debit uh, tax or accounting expense, and put in accounts payable. No, it's all no. There's no. So now, did you learn? Did you learn accounting?
Yeah, I actually went to school, college, and I took a couple. Well, in high school, I went to a career center, and that's where I got my first accounting, like, oh, I like numbers. And then when I went for my associate's degree, I took many business classes past my degree. So I I actually graduated with the Associate of Arts, but I ended up having, like maybe a couple credits to get also the business administration, and I
Okay.
started at Cleveland State, and then it was so expensive. I was like, I have to work and take
Yeah.
care of my kids. I cannot afford going to, driving to Cleveland every night, and it was scary, and
Oh yeah. Oh
22nd
yeah.
and
To drive down
walking
to
in
the
the
campus
dark,
somewhere.
and
Wow.
yeah. So, that's something that I kind of beat myself up about because I have not finished my bachelor's. But you know, at the same time, I have to put my family first and, take care of
Oh,
myself. So
here's another thing I was probably not allowed to ask, but I will. Do you have kids?
yes.
Oh,
Yes, my daughter is 32 and my son is 23, and I have five grandchildren.
aw,
And they are 10, 9, 8, 5, and 9 months.
Sounds like
okay.
cute.
But you're so much like me. I have 5 grandchildren, and
Really?
my son is just turned 40, and my daughter's 36, and
Oh, wow.
so I've got 5 granddaughters, and they're 12, 11. I'm just trying 10, 10, 9. Well, that okay. The other 10 I'm going to take out because that's my daughter's stepson, sort of, and 4. 12, 11, 10, 9, 4. They're all
Wow.
girls.
Really? Well, I have four girls and one grandson.
Yeah.
So
Oh, do
it's
they live
fun.
nearby? Do they
It's
live nearby?
Yeah, actually, since I'm living here in Oberlin, they're right around the corner. So that's why my friend also gave me this opportunity so I could spend the summer closer to my grandkids.
Oh,
And my dad is right down the street.
oh yeah.
So I'm right here, in their vicinity, and, just helping my dad like mow the lawn, get things together, when he's not feeling up to things. I don't
Yeah.
want him to push himself.
Yeah.
So, but now he's been feeling so much better, and all he keeps saying is, "You need a job. You need a job." So I'm like,
Hey,
"Okay,
you
Dad,
want my
I'll take
job?
a job."
Yeah. All right.
So,
Well, would you want to come in soon and meet us? And
yeah.
also Alan, who's the um, going to be the president. He is the president. He just doesn't call himself that yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
would love to.
Let me look at my calendar. What kind of times of day are you a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday would be good
Okay.
because this one's here and she has a good red flag sensor.
Okay.
And I feel like everybody. I'm like,
Likes everybody.
she's like, did you not hear that? Yeah.
Right.
And then Alan, who's you definitely need to work with because that's who you'd be working with, Debbie and Alan.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Sure.
probably later in the day,
Okay.
Or
like
whatever works for Jody.
yes, what works for you? Is it like because not Monday, but Wednesday, anytime during the day?
Yeah. As far as I know,
What,
everything. What could you just give me the date? What would that be? The
what
21st,
The 20, today the 19th,
yeah,
20.
the 24th is Wednesday.
24th? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't have anything on my schedule on the 24th, so that would be a great day.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll send it to you, and then I'm going to find out if Alan is available.
Okay.
So
Sure.
because he's in and out all the time. So do you
Right.
want to say like 3 o'clock?
Sure, I'll
Like
get down
3 o'clock?
3 and
Okay.
'Cause he's
Sure.
in later in the day. So three
Sure.
o'clock next Wednesday, unless you can come in today. No, just kidding.
I
Yeah,
probably could if I
I I
get
hate Indeed. They don't make it easy.
Mhm.
Indeed doesn't make it easy to.
Yeah, when he's gone all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, so he's in today. Is that it?
yeah. What do you? Oh
Oh,
no, no, it's not it because I have to use things. And Debbie, you asked some things. She
oh,
always has a.
yeah, no, I'm always just like curious, like, why you're changing. You already answered that you're looking for something steady. Are you comfortable kind of working on your own? Is that kind of your jam? Because I know that's mine.
mhm.
Working in an office full of yakety yak women, no thanks. Been there, done that was awful. So yeah, I kind of just like working on my own time. So Terry and I, when we're together, we probably know more about each other than
100%.
anybody else knows about us.
Right.
We're
Just
definitely
from
chatting all day while we're doing stuff, and other days we're quiet.
right, our
We don't
heads
have
down,
them.
and then other days we'll chit chat, and so um,
Mhm.
yeah, so it's just a very relaxed
Mhm.
atmosphere. It's a super generous company to work for. I've been here for 15
So
years. I'm the new girl. Um, Terry, Terry's been here, I think, for over 20
25, yeah.
years.
Wow.
Everybody who works here has been here for
Long
years.
time.
That's
So
good to know.
yeah, yeah. So coming in, this is kind of you'd like to land here. You could be here for years and years and years, and
I
kind
didn't.
of make the job your own in a way.
Mhm.
Everything I do is based on the little accounting that I know, but is it is what it is. So I do things my way. So you're
Right.
welcome to do it the right way or my way, which might be faster.
Now, are you also good like wearing lots of hats? Because Terry definitely
Oh
does
yeah.
wear different hats.
Any small business that I've worked for,
Because
you know,
nobody else does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's somebody out there, the guy
Whoever
out there that
walks
does
in with
purchasing.
whenever someone walked in the door with an issue, I put that hat on, to fix it.
Yeah,
Oh my
because
God.
So
that's kind of definitely, what we're looking for, somebody who can come back here and you're basically running the show back here. Like
right,
you're in
you're
charge of all
owning
the
the office.
financial and the administrative and all of that. And you don't have anybody else that's above you. The kind of the buck
Hmm.
is going to stop with you.
Yeah.
And then obviously with Alan and then also Jim. But
Hmm.
very rarely is that even, we're here more or less to help them. They'll ask us,
Yeah.
they need something done or whatever. And, we do what
Sure.
we need to do. But yeah, so you're kind of in charge of your own thing back here, which is, I think, great.
Yeah,
Um,
So what are you thinking?
I think it sounds wonderful and something I would be happy with because I need that quiet. Well, since you're both women, I was fast tracked into menopause. I had to have my ovaries removed because I had one tangled up. And so I was always in pain and couldn't figure it out. And finally, they're like, let's go look for this ovary we can't find. So I I went through that whole like change, like, and people were like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Like,
Whew,
where's
I don't
nice
even know.
Jody? I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm still nice, but I'm just gonna tell you how I feel now. I'm not gonna let anyone walk all over me.
Yeah.
I'm going to let everyone know how I feel from now on. I'm not holding
That's a
it
really
in.
good point you make because you need to be assertive sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, when you're, if you know you're right, you have to, you know,
Yeah.
And I think that's something that
you,
comes with
yeah,
age.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
Yes.
not sure how old you are, but I mean, stuff like that I didn't learn until I was like my mid 40s, maybe even
Right.
50,
Oh,
where you were
me
like
too, even.
comfortable. And now I'm in my 60s. So now it's like,
Now it's like, I don't care.
yeah,
Yeah.
you, it just like
Right.
doesn't bother you anymore. And you just can brush
Yeah.
off that, that petty, stupid, it's not important anymore. Uh,
Right.
so, but
And I
it's a
think that was
learning curve.
one of the things with the the large corporation I'm in, and everybody's coming, and I'm like, I need to get my work done. Like, you guys have work to do, right? And they're just like, well, I just wanted to talk, and I'm like, I don't have time. Call me after work.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're
Well,
just like,
I'll be here working overtime and somebody's coming back to talk to me like, I'm here because I have to be because I have to get this
right.
done, not to chat. And so, yeah. So that sounds just similar and most people you can get rid of fast.
But
But
it
they're
is
so
nicer.
nice and I do like to talk with them and
And it's
kind of
Sure,
like,
yeah.
just have time to chat here. Again, we have days where good morning and we're, nose to the grindstone. Other days, we do have time to chat and catch up and find out how
Sure.
they're doing.
well,
So
yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's important. Grandkids.
yeah,
But
the
yeah, but
grandkids
I am
too.
busy all the time and
Mhm.
I'm got backed up with my files. So somebody helped me to just to make them to clean them up. And
Mhm.
so that's what's going on with me. So I find it full time, but who knows? You might not. Don't tell me if you find you find it so easy. Come on, you can do this in 10 hours. Okay.
I think for sure it definitely will be full time for you. But yeah, well, I'm looking forward to meeting you on
Okay.
Wednesday. So
Yes.
I'll send an invite now. Hopefully you'll get it before 10 minutes before the
I know where we
okay.
are. So that's
Yep.
easy for you to
I
get
know
in.
how to find you.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Feels
great.
like home.
It does. Does. You're very nice. I really would love if it worked out.
Okay, great. Me too. All
Okay, thanks. I'll see you then.
right. See you soon. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye bye.
Bye.